In the module 2 of the textbook Spectrum, we have globalization and IPR, and there is one particular poem which is titled as Turmeric, which is written by Sachidanandan. So we know what is globalization. So globalization, it has been, although it is venture respected with an intention to establish a concept of global village, but it ended up without gaining the expected result actually. And there are lot many reasons why that had happened like that. So the main reason was that it blindly carried out its strategy with a business mindset without having any human and cultural consideration, and thereby distorting all the cultural values of third world nations. Gradually, it turned out to be another mode of colonization as it became oppressive and discriminative in nature. As a result, likewise, the other things, poor become poorer and the rich become richer. And the impact of globalization crept also slowly to Kerala, and Kerala being the state of land of spices and rich with strong agriculture sector, and rather than a trade it became a mode of plundering, and there emerged patent issues. So that is why the second module, which is titled as globalization and IPR. So there are patent issues which is related to certain spices, which is the cultural epitome of Kerala. So before we are getting into the poem in and its details, we shall see the Malayalam poet. He is very much known to every Malayali, and his name is K. Sachidanandan. And we know that he is one of the most established and popular writer in India, not only in Kerala, in India, and he writes in both languages, Malayalam as well as English, and we can call him as a pioneer of modern poetry in Malayalam, and there are a number of titles that K. Sachidanandan possesses. He is the former editor of the literary journal Indian Literature and the former secretary of Sahitya Academy, and he has been again titled as we should be regard him as a modern poet, and he is noted for his universal outlook and appreciation of poetry from all over the globe. And Sachidanandan's works have also been translated to many languages such as Arabic, Assami, Bengali, English, French, German and Kannada. So this poem is also have an issues with the cultural words and how it can be translated into another language. And he is a socio-cultural revolutionist writer, and he has raised his voice for the oppressed. So that is why he has penned a poem on globalization and how it has a wrong side effect on people, and also marginalized section of people is also a theme of his poems, and he is the one who coined the term Pennezhuthu in Malayalam for women writing, and his poetry advocated equality, secularism, environmental issues, human rights issues, everything, and be one of the most prolific writers of contemporary literature. He has 60 books in Malayalam, including 21 poetry collections and 16 collections of world poetry in translation and 23 collections of critical essays, and he has honored with the Dante Medal from Dante Institute, Ravenna, and India Poland Medal from Government of Poland, and 4 Kendra Sahitya Academy Award. That is the very profile of the poet K. Sachidanandan. So we have this poem Turmeric. Sachidanandan here discusses the theme of globalization in connection with Kerala's cultural tradition and history. And the thing is, since having many medicinal properties, turmeric was always dear and precious to people across the globe. But all place their eyes on the medicinal and beauty enhancement qualities uh, of the turmeric, while totally disregarding its cultural importance. These kind of an issues also addressed by the poet K. Sachidanandan, and he has also addresses the turmeric as the Unyarch of the subsoil. That is what he opened the poem. He opened the poem with that particular tagline. So he is mentioning that of turmeric as the Unyarch of the subsoil. So this particular poem, Turmeric, is one of the famous poems of Sachidanandan, which was originally written in Malayalam with the title Manjal. So Manjal is the Malayalam word for turmeric, and the poem deals with the theme of globalization and how it covered the tradition and culture into the globalized markets. And so as we are discussing on the globalization and the adverse effect of globalization, so there is a kind of thing as that there is a distortion of culture, and there is a kind of cultural values distortion though, and there is a mapping of tradition and traditional materials, and the view of globalization, and it was presented before the world as a promising idea beforehand about globalization. You know this LPG, LP, not liquid petroleum thing, but liberalization, privatization, and globalization. So these three things presented before the world as a promising idea before, and that the main reason is that would help the economy of third world countries. What third world countries? But it has taken away the minimum security they had before. We shall put that thing like this. In other words, this was another way of colonizing by the imperial powers. It is not the end of the imperial powers, but it is a another way of flourishing of what the capitalist powers or the imperialist powers. And there is new rules which has been come up. The new colonial trade rules have made many restrictions, such as intellectual property rights and patent laws, and consequently these laws strengthened the control of the imperial powers over the third world countries. And the poem particularly about how an important product such as turmeric, which has cultural value, in many way turns into a cosmetic product. So turmeric is something which has got multiple number of uses for us, especially for the Keralites. So though the poem is very short, when you have this textbook, when you look at this, it's very simple poem, very short poem, and each of the lines speaks about the respective qualities of the turmeric, and which has also connotes with what our civilization, the culture in which turmeric has got its value. So the civilization is also there. So, and turmeric was one of the important, most admired thing used by people. It not only for in Kerala, but also the other people is also using turmeric for a lot many purpose. And it is said to be the beauty secret of the women at that time. So earlier, when we have a lot many movies, there is a tradition of applying turmeric to the body of a female, so that is a beauty enhancing product, and it had an important role in the daily lives of people, and its benefits range from cosmetic to the medicinal. And the poem, which is opened with a statement that he is addressing the turmeric as the Unyarcha of the subsoil. So Unyarcha, she is a courageous lady from the Vadakan Patu. So a courageous war heroine, she is a war heroine of North Kerala ballad, Vadakan Patugal, known as Vadakan Patugal, and she is a person who was admired by all the people. And here it implies turmeric as the Unyarcha of the subsoil, which means turmeric was also one of the heroines of North Kerala in ancient days, as it has got such an elite position among all other spices. So she is the, turmeric is the queen, and such an elite position among all other spices. And the gold smuggled beneath the skin. So we know how we are digging out the manjal or the turmeric out from the earth, and the gold smuggled beneath the skin imparts such an enticing yellowish color. So when we see, there is an application, there is here we have a particular there is a particular occasion in these days of wedding, that is the bridal. There is haldi like thing. So there is an applying of what turmeric on the body of the brides. So the enticing yellowish color, its texture resembles a beautiful and we have there is a reference of Cinderella. So Cinderella story, so that is on that particular night she has become a princess. That particular, she was an ordinary girl, but on that particular night she has got a shoes and she became what, an extraordinary girl, and she became a princess. Okay, so beautiful shoes of the princess, as it is believed that some magicians with his magical power transformed a beautiful golden feet to the plant, which means that an ordinary girl can be beautiful with the application of turmeric to the body. So that is what with that particular thing meant in the first stanza. So then in the following lines, poet discusses the incredible qualities of turmeric. So we have a lot many qualities, that is people, they are using turmeric, and that is there is religious. The first thing is the religious reference. So the reference is that is sacred groves. That is carve, and there are lots many things here which is very much culturally significant, culturally specific, like carve, sarpa carve, kalam. These all words we cannot translate it into the exact English, is not there. So that is culturally specific kind of words he has used. And being an English professor, he himself translated his Malayalam poem into English. So poet refers to kalam, a design made with a turmeric powder. And the festivals in temples, there is a particular thing which is known as a kalam, and a design made with turmeric powder actually during festivals of holy occasions. Ancestors uses turmeric as medicine, especially an antiseptic. It is something that if we have a kind of a poison and a kind of insect bite, we are applying this turmeric on the body part. Okay, so it was even used against the poison of the venom of the snakes and insect. Okay, turmeric also has an important place in kitchen. So it is there in our kitchen, since it is an important ingredient in the food of Indians. And turmeric is also used to smear on bride's face at the time of marriage. So there is a haldi function here, and it is smeared on the body of the newborn babies also, and it shows turmeric's cultural medicinal values. So on that particular stanza which is referring, so there is three important stages of life for human being. So the first one is the birth, second one is the marriage, and third one is what, death. So all the three occasions we have the use of turmeric in extent. Okay, so the last couplet of the poem Turmeric, the poet reveals how its values are simply reduced as a cosmetic. So there are multiple number of uses for the turmeric, but at last, with the globalization and its adverse effect, what will happen is that turmeric only became a cosmetic, and it has got into a forgotten state, that it has got so many other values with turmeric. So It is something again in the poem. Poet discusses incredible qualities of turmeric. So the first thing we have seen is that the religious ritual in which turmeric imparts bright color to the holy designs on the courtyard, usually drawn with the rice powder. So the column is that is drawn with rice powder, charcoal powder. That is something that to welcome God, isn't it? So second thing is in connection with the ritual of snake worshipping groves. കാവുകളിൽ. So since turmeric is used in Hindu rituals to please Naga, a snake, one can always pour the turmeric powder all along the path of sacred groves. Sacred groves is the kava, and also which would usually be situated in the temple premises. Since a snake symbolizes the archetype of immortality, snake, and turmeric is very much fitting for the rituals, as we always take turmeric as an antidote to recover from poison and used for several other medicinal purposes. And it is believed that Nagaraja or the serpent king take turmeric to become immortal. Okay, and again the poet says that a dancing oracle used to taunt. So there is in the temple in the festive seasons there is a person who is having a sickle in his hand, and he just torn his forehead with that sickle. He is a person who is known to be Vilichapad, and so that is the dancing oracle. We used to say like a dancing oracle, and he has torn his forehead until it bleed. Okay, tala ingane കുത്തിപ്പൊട്ടിക്കുക, bleeds in divine madness. Okay, and moment they pour turmeric, so there is a kind of a very huge wound with that hit by the sickle, and what they do is like they pour turmeric in the wound and it heals suddenly without leaving any scars behind. So it has got that kind of an healing quality to turmeric. And similar thing happens in piercing cheeks to worship Lord Muruga. You know that so piercing of the cheek. So it shows to heal that particular thing to cheek to, what is we are applying, the people are applying turmeric on the particular wounded part. Okay, it shows the medicinal as well as the magical healing properties of turmeric. So all these lines evidences the ritualistic importance of turmeric in the tradition of Kerala. And poet also discusses the beauty enhancing properties of turmeric. It is said that turmeric imparts moist and coolness to face, as it could make us feel a tender touch of earth on face once we smear turmeric paste in our face. So that is lot many products for Sandoor, Vico turmeric. So this is something that imparts a moist and coolness and a beauty enhancing product is that. So it's because of this reason that all the beauty products claim turmeric as almost all the soaps which has a content of turmeric. So claim turmeric as its ingredient to win credibility and what assurance. So the poet explains the inevitable role of turmeric in kitchen and cooking also, as well as we all know in the South India. We can't imagine preparing a food without pouring a pinch of turmeric on it. So we would add a pinch of turmeric on everything. So and there is a the scent of turmeric and the color of turmeric always add a special taste. So it also destroys the toxin from the food. So why we are adding? So there is a saying that why we are adding turmeric on the food is like there is a poison in certain elements of food items. So while pouring this turmeric into the food, if there is a kind of poison which is existing in the food, it will be burn out. So in the bridal chamber, so I also said like there is three important functions in our life, like that is birth, marriage and ritual, death rituals. So all these three things, labor room, bridal chamber and death rite, turmeric appears in different roles for different purposes. So we are now reaching into the last couplet, so the last two lines of the poem. So in the closing couplet, poet says that all this cultural, so turmeric has got a cultural, ritualistic and medicinal properties of turmeric is now trapped in tubes only. So we could only see if this kind of a global IPR patent laws are existing, and it is something one the persons or the agency or the country which has got a patent law, they can only produce that product. So turmeric is actually going away from the hand of the Keralite. So we cannot again produce turmeric. So this kind of an issue once happened. That is why Sachidanandan wrote a poem like this. So we cannot imagine a life without a turmeric in our life. So medicinal properties of turmeric is now trapped in tubes only and sold in supermarket as a mere product, and globalization ruined all the good days of turmeric. So this is the adverse effect. Globalization, though offered a global reach for turmeric, we are now ignorant about its cultural importance, and it becomes a ready-made product with artificial preservatives and color, and thereby losing all pride and dignity. So that is why he closes the poem with the last couplet of the poem. That is, the poet reveals how its values are simply reduced as a cosmetic product sold in tubes and bottles in supermarkets. So the poem ends like this, like, now an expensive cosmetic cream trapped in tubes and sold in supermarket. Here he used the word trapped. That is something denotes how the traditional weight of turmeric is taken out and how it forced into its new identity. So the medicinal and so many values of that turmeric, which has got only one identity, that is only cosmetic identity. So the term is rich enough to suggest all the cultural implication that are facilitated by new market. So the new market ideology, and that is based approach of the multinational cosmetic companies through the unjust IPR and the patent laws. So that is the main thing that is discussing over the poem, turmeric.